If you hate making mistakes and want a way to feel better about making mistakes, this one is for you. When I was a teacher, I used to teach accounting and economics, and other things, but mostly accounting and economics. And I would find that no matter what age people were, when they entered the classroom, the second there was a test, they became a 12-year-old or a 14-year-old. They just went right back from adult right to child. And I could see all of the trauma from their childhood and their schooling show up the second there was a test. Because people are terrified of being wrong. Now, part of the reason we're terrified of being wrong is often we are ridiculed and made fun of, especially in school, when we make a mistake. And sometimes our biggest bullies are teachers. So if you're a child in a classroom and you are bullied by a teacher who makes fun of you every time you're wrong, and then you become an adult. And as an adult, people tell you, oh, you made a mistake, you're wrong. And they act like a traumatized child. Because they are. And I saw that teaching adults, that there is so much trauma left over from high school and grade school because of bullying. And a lot of that bullying comes from the hands of teachers. So what I used to teach my students, they would get panicky whenever they made a mistake. And in accounting, if you make a mistake, it can be messy and time consuming. So what I told them is, if you are frustrated and angry with yourself, it will take you longer to solve your problem because you're going to be so busy focused on your anger and frustration that you won't have the energy to focus on your solution. So here's what I told my students. The second you make a mistake, here's what I want you to do. Yes! Seriously. When they made a mistake, I would make them stand up in the classroom and say, "Sir, I just made a mistake." Yes! Here's why. Because once you learned that you've made a mistake, once someone has pointed out what your mistake is, then you can grow and then you can advance. But if no one is ever pointing out your mistakes, if you can't see where you made a mistake, you can't grow. So my advice to you, from now on, whenever you make a mistake, or whenever someone points out that you have made a mistake, say thank you. And then, yes, you have an opportunity to grow.